So today I went to start taking the front axle apart to check out the brakes, and I had noticed these lockers on here before and thought they looked kind of out of the ordinary. So I'm not really sure if this is even the stock axle or if someone just put aftermarket lockers on it or something. I don't know, but that's the adventure today. We got to figure out what's going on with this Jeep. We do have some identifying marks on the axle itself, so we're going to go ahead and scrub those down with some brushes and brake clean. So I'm looking at this explorationoutfitters.com axle identification chart, showing that the model number is the bottom right, which mine's 27A. Right here it says 27 front, 1966 to 71 CJ. So it is a Dana 27 front axle. The hubs definitely look different though. I've never seen anything of this style. Maybe I'll just start trying to pull it apart and go from there. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled the hub blocker off here, get this thing apart and see how our brakes look. Snap ring off. Looks like we're gonna need to pull this nut off to get this guy out. We need to bend our little keeper back over. High quality screwdriver just bent the thing. Harbor Freight bed. See if I can get some punches, get that thing knocked over. Because I gotta straighten back out. Let's see if we can get that nut loose. There we go. She's going. Just gotta hope we're not tightening it. Oh yeah. And another one. Hooray. There's our bearing. There's our drum. And our craptastic brakes. So guess we will take this apart, clean it up like we did yesterday with the rears. I found Napa supposedly has the front cylinder, so I ordered those. They'll be in this afternoon, so we'll see if they're the right ones. Cylinder in there. That's cool. One decent wheel cylinder out of all four. That moment when you realize your camera turned off and you've been talking to yourself for 20 minutes. So I'm no longer doing a daily video series anymore, if you hadn't realized that. I'm just kind of filming my progress as I go, waiting on parts and such. I did manage to get most of my wheel cylinders in. So today I'm going to work on getting those pulled off and cleaned up and installed. I'm still waiting on some replacement hoses and such. So I'll have to wait till those get here to do the brakes entirely, but I'll go ahead and show you guys what I get done today. After that, I'm going to try to polish up the old mag wheels a little bit. Oh, we just ran into our first issue. These cylinders I got from Napa, you can see that the hard line goes in from the rear, which this one would work for. This one would not work because it comes in from the front. But then if we come over here to the front passenger side, this one comes in from the front, so this one would not work. This one would work. So it's like we need two of the same one, either that or once upon a time somebody put the same wheel cylinder in the, like a passenger in the driver's side or vice versa. But what I think I'm gonna do is see if I can reposition the hard line to where it'll work. I think it should be possible. All right, so I'm getting ready to break these guys loose. I don't know how well you can see it with the lighting there. But with brake lines, it's always tricky, especially old ones. They're very good at getting locked up in place over time and having issues with stripping out. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it, lubricate it, and then try to break it free. If it seems like it's gonna try to fight me at all, I'll show you a little trick. It's a 5/8 for the brake hose and 3/8 for the hard line. That guy's cached. Whoa, buddy. Spray a little WD-40 on them. Hopefully help break them loose a little easier. So like I said, I'm gonna do this gingerly and see if she wants to come or not. I can already feel it wants to strip. So we might have to make a special tool here. Yeah, it's the 3/8 has like a little bit of play in it on the nut. I don't know if that's just because it's worn out. Someone else tweaked it out already. But then a 9mm doesn't go on at all. So we're gonna have to use 3/8. But instead of relying on 2 jaws on a regular open end wrench, it'd be much better to rely on the box end, but obviously you can't get a box end on. So I'll show you a little trick. So I've got a little Pittsburgh 3/8 here. It's gonna be our sacrificial lamb. Cut off wheel. I'm gonna cut a little notch to where we can get around that brake line, the hard line, and get as good of a foundation on that little nut as possible to help keep it from stripping out, hopefully. Start off small. If we need it bigger, I'll cut it bigger. So I got a notch cut in there. I got a feeling that's not going to be quite big enough. But we'll go check it out, and if I need to, I'll cut it bigger. Alright, so I did have to open it up a little bit bigger. But you can see now it fits over the hard line. Get that guy on our nut. And we'll see if she'll break free for us. She still doesn't want to go. Well, that's not good. I already busted one of the back off before I started filming and it worked fine, so. Alright, let's see if we can get these guys to work for us. Well, this isn't fun. Well, I managed to get the lower nut on the cylinder itself to break free pretty easy. It came with no fight. I don't know if you can tell, but the top guy there is pretty much entirely stripped out. I'm going to be replacing these hoses, so I guess I'll just have to see if I can find another one of these hard lines or maybe make one. I have not tried to break this one free yet, so I'm going to go ahead and use my little custom wrench over the hard line. Oh yeah, she came easy. That's the way it's supposed to go. I'm talking about part stores. I did buy some stuff for this Jeep from AutoZone, and I don't plan on giving them any further business if I can help it. It was quite the ridiculous experience. First, they told me they couldn't get the fronts, so I ordered the rears from them. They told me, oh yeah, they'll be in tomorrow, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. So I come in the next day in the afternoon, expecting them both to be there, grab my parts and walk out. I already paid for them. And they said, oh, well, one of them's here. This is after 15-20 minutes of trying to talk someone into helping me. I had a guy who was his first day, and you could tell he was trying, but just didn't really have a clue what he was doing because he was learning everything where the parts were. Long story short, I ended up with one of the 2 wheel cylinders. I said, when will the other one be here? He said, we don't know. I said, well, the lady I talked to on the phone, well, who'd you talk to? I don't know. I don't memorize the names of customer service people that I deal with, but anyways, they said, well, maybe it'll come in on our 6 p.m. shipment, so I'll give you a call at 6 and let you know if it's here or not. Day passed, no call. Second day passes, no call. So finally yesterday, I think it was 3 days after the fact, I called them and said, hey, here's my situation. Is my other part in yet? And they looked and said, no, it's not here. I said, do you know when it's going to be there? And they said, nope. So I finally called O'Reilly, and they got the part ordered for me. It's going to be there tomorrow, and they said they'll give me a call when it comes in. So I called AutoZone to cancel my other part and get refunded. And at first they were telling me, oh, well, we can't refund you because you already took one of the parts. And I said, why can't you refund just one part? It makes no sense. So finally, whoever I was talking to got like a manager or someone involved, and they refunded me. But there's a lot more detail. I spared you there just for time's sake, but I don't plan on buying anything from AutoZone again if I can help it. So we got that guy out of there. You can see it's pretty trashed. See, the inside of it is just full of beach sand or whatever. Looks like a lot of old corrosion. So we'll swap that guy out, clean this guy up, and we'll do it 2 more times and be done. One thing I haven't really mentioned yet that's worth saying, you can't tell, but when I'm scrubbing all that stuff and all the dust is going airborne and all that, I'm holding my breath because brakes, especially old stuff, is infamous for having asbestos in it, which obviously causes lung cancer and other problems. So whenever you're working on your brakes, make sure you ain't breathing in any dust or anything. Another thing I'll mention, when I do put these new wheel cylinders in, I'm not going to bother hooking up the hard lines yet. I'm going to swap out the master cylinder, and when I put in the new hoses and everything, I'm going to go ahead and fill up the new master and let it gravity bleed until we get some fresh brake fluid out of the lines, help flush out any gunk that might be in there, and then bleed through the wheel cylinders and go from there. I'm really not looking forward to doing what I'm about to do. But I bought some Scotch-Brite. I got some old oxidized wheels, old mag wheels. Out. I ain't going for perfect, I'm just trying to get better than that. I'll probably do one more green and knock out any spots I still got left that are rough, and then go back with the blues, which are supposed to be a finer cut, and polish them up a little better.